friends, welcome to 10 Before. Thank you for joining us today. We're here with Reverend Dr. Matthew Burton, so thank you for joining us.
Oh, it's great to be here.
If you haven't had a chance to meet him, this is going to be a great time for you to learn more about him and to chat with us. So we are going to start with a game.
Oh, games are fun.
All right, so if you've ever played Two Truths and a Lie, we're going to say 3 statements about Matthew's life. One of them is a lie, 2 are true. You are going to comment on Facebook which one you think is a lie. So here we go. You participated in the first official United Methodist delegation to Cuba in 1993. You were recruited by Duke University golf team. Or you told your dad that you would never be a pastor. Don't make any facial expressions. So which one do you think is false? Comment that in the Facebook comments below. All right, so we're going to ask you a few questions here and learn more about you.
Sure.
So how long have you been a United Methodist pastor?
Well, I've been a United Methodist pastor. I just finished 38 years.
Wow, that's awesome. And where did you go to school leading up to being a pastor?
Went to Greensboro College. I was a music major, a voice major at Greensboro College. That's where I met Beverly. She was a music major also. The corny joke is that I like to tell, and she probably roll her eyes when she sees this. She was my accompanist for one semester. She was a piano major. Mm-hmm. And I tell people she decided to accompany me the rest of my life. Anyway.
That's cute. I'm sure she's rolling her eyes, right?
Oh, absolutely.
And so your wife is Beverly, and do you have any children?
Yes, we have one daughter, Taylor. And we named her Taylor because that is Beverly's maiden name. She was Beverly Taylor. And for those of you who are older, you may remember Elizabeth Taylor and Richard Burton were married, and the joke in the house was that we were going to name our child Elizabeth Taylor Burton. We would have never done that.
And I do actually remember that. I'm significantly younger, but I do know Elizabeth Taylor. All right, so... And your daughter, she lives in California,
she lives with her husband Derek in Los Angeles.
That's awesome. I have a brother in California too, so we'll have to make a trip out there.
Well, we were planning on making a trip in April, and of course, the pandemic canceled all of that.
Yes, it's crazy.
Yeah.
So we're gonna pause and answer the 2 truths and a lie. So get your guesses in really quick. So tell me which one is false.
The one that is false is that I was recruited by the Duke University golf team. I've never even owned a set of golf clubs. I've probably only been on a golf course 2 times in my whole life. So.
Well, I've got some golf clubs, so we'll change that.
Well,
I'm not any good.
We're not going to videotape that, I can tell you.
Or we will.
Or we will.
All right, so a couple of more questions. So you don't like golf, but what are your hobbies?
Well, lots of different kinds of things. Beverly and I enjoy music, of course. I have a couple of old cars, 67 Oldsmobile 442 convertible, and I enjoy working on cars. I'm still one of those guys that changes my own oil and replaces my own brake linings and those kinds of things and get a little grease under your fingernails. Enjoy walking, and we also enjoy antiques. Our home at Lake Junaluska has antiques, and we furnish our home with older stuff instead of the newer stuff.
Man after my own heart.
Those are kind of the things that we enjoy. A lot of different things. But
we've got some great antique markets around here.
That'll be fun. Yeah.
Once we can get out and going.
Well, that's true. That's true.
All right, and where did you grow up, and where are you from? Tell a little bit about background.
Well, people ask that question, and I always say, well, I'm a preacher's kid. I don't know where I'm from, but I kind of claim Greensboro as home. Graduated from Eastern Guilford High School, went to Greensboro College, met Beverly there, served my first church there. My grandparents are there. My brother's still there. So I kind of claim Greensboro. We will retire at Lake Junaluska, though, at our home there. So kind of claim that as home, too.
Awesome. We love Lake Junaluska around here.
United Methodists love Lake Junaluska.
Yes. I've only been once, but it is beautiful.
We'll have to get you up there some more.
Yes. So we've got one more round of 2 truths and a lie. So these are, again, no facial expressions. You won first place in the Optimist Speaking Contest when you were a freshman in high school. You went to church Yeah, you went to church with Queen Elizabeth at St. Paul's Cathedral in London. And then you ate lunch with the Queen and her family at Buckingham Palace. Oh, that sounds fun. All right, so put in the comments which one you think is the false one. All right, so Matthew, it's gotta be a really weird and hard time to transition to a new church, to a new home through a pandemic. I mean, we just said goodbye to a pastor and didn't really get a good goodbye. We didn't have a good hello. We just did a drive-through. You haven't really been able to meet anybody. So tell us a little bit about that and then what we're going to do to kind of help you out.
Yeah, when I was first called and told that I was going to be appointed to First United Methodist Church in Gastonia, I actually came up with this elaborate plan for neighborhood gatherings so that I could get to know people, and it was 3 or 4 pages long. I sent it to the Staff Parish Relations Committee. They thought it was great, and then the pandemic came along, so I had to heavily modify that. You've heard me say this probably in a sermon. I did not take Pandemic 101 at Duke Divinity School, so don't know really how to do this, but we're figuring it out, Alyssa. We're trying to. So I thought, well, how can I get to know people better in the midst of a pandemic? And of course, we've been using this thing called Zoom. Everybody's about zoomed out, I'm sure, but what we've done is set up a series of Wednesdays, 10 o'clock and 7 o'clock on alternating Wednesdays, starting after Labor Day. And you can sign up for these, 10 people per Zoom meeting. And we'll gather for about an hour 15 minutes, and get to know each other. And you can sign up for it. There's going to be information on your screen, but you can sign up for it by contacting the church, Amanda in the church office. Email her, and she'll get you signed up. And I hope a bunch of you will, because that's going to give me an opportunity to actually see your face without a mask on. I've seen a lot of your faces, but so many of you have had masks on. And at some point when we're able to get back together, we're going to have to just start over again at getting to know people.
So like he said, there are going to be Zoom meetings that you can sign up for Wednesdays, starting September 9th all the way through November 11th. Those are at 10 a.m. or at 7 p.m. So please sign up. We need your sign up so we can email you the Zoom link, and also email you some questions that you can be pondering that you can ask him and he can ask you, so you get to know each other a little bit better. So that is going to be a limit for 10 people per Zoom call. So that includes families, I believe. So we don't want too many people on the screen. So please let us know how many people will be joining you. And you can call Amanda at the church office or email her at amanda@fumcgastonia.org. And I believe that is it, but we have to finish our game out. So if you remember our 2 truths and a lie, if you went to church with Queen Elizabeth at St. Paul's Cathedral in London, you ate lunch with the family at Buckingham Palace, and you won first place in the Optimist Speaking Contest when you were a freshman. So let us know which one is not true.
Well, I did worship with the Queen at St. Paul's. In fact, she walked past me about 3 people away, closest I'll ever come to royalty. But I was not invited to eat lunch with the Queen.
There we go. They're both very, very cool. So thank you so much, Matthew, for joining us today so we can get to know you better. And we're excited for the Zoom meetings where you can get to know the congregation better. So please sign up for those, and thank you for joining us.
Well, thank you, Alyssa.
All right, and so next week we have Christy and Stephanie, our children's director and youth director, doing some interview styles, but it's a little bit different. You will be sending in videos for our 10 before. So our teachers and students, they've emailed you, I believe, and so please send those in by Tuesday at noon so that we can get a 10 before ready for next week as we get ready to start back school. So thank you all so much, and let's get ready for worship.